So guys, welcome back again on this another video. What exactly guys we're going to look into is for example, now already we have already designed, we have placed our column, we have decided where exactly our beams will be. So all these are actually our beams. So this is a beam, and also where exactly we have the beams is where also we have the walls, right? So that's very most important. But guys, remember that when we are looking at the walls, we are more likely to be looking at here. So that then you see, for example, here we have this kind of partition wall and everywhere. So you have to work with both the architectural plan and also the structural, both the architectural plan and also your beam column layout, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and actually now start my ETABS file. So these are ETABS. So this is how exactly the ETABS will look like once you have installed and everything. And you're going now to come here and start a new model. So if you have like another previous models, they're going to come here. You see, for example, here I have 3 bedroom. But now we're going to go ahead and start a new model, right? So this is how you go about it. So this is the first model. And once you open up, you're going to have this, you see. So we have this, once you say new model, it's going to bring you here. And this is these are interfaces that are going to come. Now, first important, guys, you're going to come here on the third option, and then you're going to say use inbuilt settings, right? So here, the first option is actually display units. And here, guys, you're going to use the metric SI. So the US customary, there's a metric, whatever, metric MK. KS and all that. So we're going to use metric SI, guys. Then we have the steel section database, right? So here, guys, what exactly happens is it will depend on which code you want to use, right? So for example, if you want to use the British standard, the BS code, so you're going to use this, you see? So these are the shapes for the steel section, right? So you're going to use that, and or you can say EULO, so all these are different types of then we have the steel design code, we have steel section design database, we have the concrete design. So for the steel design code, which code do you want to use? For example, now you can, if you're using the British standard, you can use the 5952,000. And if you want to use any other, whichever that you want. So if, for example, you're using the Indian standard, you're going to use the IS 800 2007. And so here, guys, for example, let's say you want to use the Euro code, so you're going to use the Euro. If you want to use the American Institute standard code, the American Institute standard code, so you're going to use this one, right? Then we have the Lassian and all these different types of code, guys. So for this one, let's go ahead and actually use this one. Then here, guys, you can use the BS, and then concrete design code. We can actually use the BS81. That one. So that is now for the British standard, right? Let's say, for example, you want to use the Indian standard. So you're going to come here, Indian. Then here you're going to use the IS 800 2007. And then for the concrete design, you're going to use the IS 456 2000. You see, so that's the kind of the combination that you're going to use. So let's proceed with this one. But of course, guys, I've shown you how you can change all this code. For example, the Euro code. You see, then here, guys, you can see the Euro code. You see this now there. The code probably going to be using. And then when you come the concrete design, if you want to use the Euro code, you see you have this one, you see, you can use. So that's the different combination that you can actually go ahead and actually use. So for this one, let's use the Indian standard. I always find like the Indian standard is more close to the BS standard. So, but you can actually also use the 8110. Yeah, like that, right? So then you can say, okay, you see? Yeah, so basically that's how you start up your nini, and then it's going to bring you to this part, right? So once you come here, now this will be our next lesson. So see you on the next lesson. So the first one, guys, I've always told you, you can come actually even here and say new model, you see? So once you click on new model, it's gonna bring you here, and then you're gonna come here, and then you choose the different, so display unit. So mostly here, the reason why exactly you're going to use this, for example, when you use the US customary, it means you're going to use the feet and inches, right? When you use the metric SI, it means you're going to use your unit will be in meters, right? So then the design code that you use is actually going to affect your design, right? So it will depend on the region and the code that are actually used in your country. For example, here in Kenya, we use the British standard, right? So, but sometimes you might use the Euro code because I think the British standard is kind of coming obsolete or something. So you can actually use any of that. So let's use the Indian standard. I think is more, have been designed, have been done a lot of revisions and everything. So you're gonna say okay. And that's basically where exactly. So once you say okay, it's gonna bring you now to here. And then now guys, we're gonna continue that from our next lesson from there. So it's very